Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 36 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 edition playthrough. We have finished organizing the library, and now we need to take the fight to Maleficent. All of her cronies have been beaten, and we got all the weird, like, Play-Doh pieces.
Pieces of eight.
Yeah.
Pieces of eight.
She's right there in the next room waiting for us.
I always thought those things looked incredibly appetizing, like they were made of fruit by the foot.
Well, last time you said
Just
they were made out of
fruit
Play-Doh,
gummies.
so I guess we're moving up in the world.
Yeah.
It was mine.
It was mine.
Wait.
Come off it, Riku, man.
Strong and true.
You're really gonna listen to this guy?
Oh boy, it's
He's
a
a
Jawa.
He's just an evil Jawa.
Utini!
Man, that's why they could never show what the Jawas looked like in Star Wars, because it was all just like little Billy Zanes.
Utini, Riku. Utini.
I don't know why, but it looks to me like he's wearing a... Is he wearing a yellow cloak?
It held no terror.
It looks...
I mean, it's vaguely like brownish.
Darkness.
He looks like a big Jawa, but with Chewie's bandolier.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is Voldemort tempting him? Or Xehanort?
I don't know. That's what he does. It's what he's good at.
So, now I get to open up about... since he's opening up about the darkness.
That's Ansem.
Come darkness itself.
Ansem?
Who's Ans? Oh yeah, we haven't read the Ansem reports.
Well,
That's
people have name dropped him,
Ansem.
though.
There's like 9 people named Ansem further on in the story.
This is true.
Wait a minute. This is the same
Except-
room.
Except,
Yeah.
let me say, for Ansem, whose name is not Ansem when you first meet him.
It's Diz.
I was avoiding saying it in case people hadn't played Kingdom Hearts 2, but I guess I don't
Oh.
need to because it's like 14
Diz
years
nuts.
Yeah.
old. His name
My
is
bad.
Diz, which I heard once stands for, and I hate this, Disaster in Zero, but I don't know the veracity
Ew.
of that claim.
That sounds like the
I hate
name
it
of a
too.
Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. So,
That sounds like the name of either a Kingdom Hearts game or a Danganronpa game.
That also works.
so now that oh hey, it's the Dark Balls. I don't know if we fought any of these yet.
Oh yeah, these are kind of like the end game replacement for Shadows, like
Yeah.
just these really simple, like pure, heartless, that don't really have much special about them, but kind of attack you en masse.
I feel like
Yeah.
I've talked about this before. Maybe it was during like our personal Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough, but I absolutely love them.
Dark Balls?
them bubbly boys. Yeah, they're so
I
fun.
like the Dark Balls, and I like the Angel and Demon Heartless we get eventually.
Oh yeah,
I think
the
they're
one that
cool.
looks like just the final boss of Sonic 06.
I stand
Yeah.
corrected. It is not Disaster in Zero. It is. Can you guess? I'll give you a hint. The I and Z I had correct. Can you guess
Disaster
what
in
D
9?
stands for?
Dilbert in Zero.
It's the
Disney?
Scott Adams classic Dilbert in Zero.
Disney 9. The sequel.
It's
of the
Disney.
sequel.
It's short for Disney.
Yeah, good old Disney in Zero.
The real villain of the series.
No, okay, you have one guess, and I'll give you a hint.
What did you guess?
It's
Darkness.
in the next cutscene. Yes.
I'm kind of ashamed that took me so long to think of.
It stands for Darkness in Zero.
Oh.
Oh,
So
I don't like
here's
that these
where the game
wyverns are
gets
blue
extra
boys
fun.
now.
We get these flying enemies, the infamous wyverns, who like
The
to float
wyverns?
over the bottomless. Well, okay, it's not a bottomless pit, but if you fall off the edge, you'll fall into that
Hi,
like
Donald.
waterway area we were in before, and have to like
Yeah.
walk all the way back up.
Have you
Truly
considered
fate
shooting
worse
them
than
a
death.
couple times with fire?
Yeah. Gravity works too, but then they just go really far away.
So you thought
Also-
you had
Push
me,
you.
but I can just fly away.
I don't really like that they're blue boys now.
I know.
They were originally kind of like a dull red, weren't they?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they took all the all the dark colors out of our big lads.
They were like a henna color.
They took all the darkness
brown,
out of the
reddish.
darkness.
Okay, they were not henna color. That was a reference to the Three Stooges that literally no one alive would I expect to get.
So this reminds me that while I was at Walmart today picking up some groceries, I found a shirt that I think Riku would wear in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm gonna share it in the chat to you guys. Hold on.
Like,
I'll put it in the video as well.
Like right now, while we're
Yep.
like, well, it's a good thing I have my cell phone, I guess.
Yeah, so while we're speeding up this section here.
Yeah. It's a cool section of the game. He's just like in this gondola. And you just get to watch, you just get to fight wizards on a gondola.
Truly a shirt
shirt.
befitting of Riku's redemption.
Yeah, and I'll put the shirt up in the final product as well. But it's a shirt that just says straight out of darkness.
Hey, so while I'm shouting out things that I love about this region of the game, which is a lot, this is my favorite area of the game, that platform we were just on, that one in particular, I love it a lot.
Troy, why are you speeding this up? We've never been in these areas before.
No.
Just really hates this part of the game.
He just likes the catchy tune.
For a second, I thought you were just speeding up the elevator.
You know what I
This
did?
platform is so good.
I probably just like thought that since I fell down once that I hadn't already done it.
We're just speeding through the rest of the game now.
This is life now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you dumbened Sumbo and fought a bunch of Heartless.
God, as if the Dumbo summon wasn't weird and uncanny enough, we gotta watch it. Well, I guess it's gone. What am I complaining about?
Wait, no, I thought for a second that we might be slowing down a little bit, but no.
Nope, I just
No,
waited.
that block just comes down real slowly.
So yeah, like this entire portion of Hollow Bastion is just platforming and lowering that giant like heartless symbol platform to where you can climb up to Maleficent's lair.
Right,
Can
but
I
it's
just,
the game.
Can I just say
I know.
how much I love... Well, also, we literally saw, like, one regular speed defender fight. Like, one. But, yeah, I was gonna say another thing that oh yeah, I love the little genie heads in his summon because they look like sensor bars.
So I guess now we know what sounds like when you speed it up 8 times.
It's like Chip and Dale just screaming.
So anyway, these big guys are called Defenders, and they drop they drop Goofy's second best shield in the game, the Defender Shield.
Oh yeah.
Should just
And it
sped up
has
the
that
cutscene
little-
too while you're at it.
Yeah,
I almost
that
said
would have
Riku.
been...
God.
Speeding up this cutscene would have been very cathartic for me, because I have watched it 15 times, and it is 11 minutes long.
Well, no, it's not this one. It's a later one, right?
And the heartless.
Is this not the True Darkness one?
What do I care?
Yeah. I don't think this even precedes the boss fight. Like we still have a room or two to go through.
Her arms are too long.
That's not even beginning to talk about her fingernails.
Oh yeah. He gets a dark keyblade.
Ooh, shiny.
The princesses of Heart are all here.
Maleficent, are you really do you really have the mental faculties to
Also-
be the leader?
I love how all the princesses of Heart
yeah.
have like little. They've got their own little pods and stuff. And
Why is Kairi just laying on the
put Kyrie on the floor.
I guess the they gave bad instructions to the architect.
Well, she has a pod. It's just way up there because she's like the princess of Heart. But since she doesn't have her heart, they didn't put her in the pod.
Yeah, you must have a heart to enter this pod.
Yes.
Riku exerts his aura for dominance.
Aura! Max Aura!
God.
So welcome to the dark.
Max Aura.
Dark dusty
Max
hallway.
Aura!
We're gonna leave immediately.
Yeah. Now we get to go see it all again in normal time.
Who would love to watch the Lucario Pokemon movie with Bill Farmer as the voice of Lucario?
Yes, please. I'll take it.
Aura sphere.
Also, that's quite the bold editing move, Trey. Fast forward through the first time, and then normal speed the second, the retread.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that. It's been a little while.
It's okay, Trey. Neither do I.
Also, isn't the Colosseum key like real outdated at this point, or am I just losing my mind?
No, I think
it's-
it's the best one we have.
I mean, it's still
like,
the last one he got, right?
This are like metal. Oh wow, you're right about those faces. They
They're
do look
silly.
really tacked on.
You're not
Looks
allowed
like
to see this one,
it looks
kids.
like the one-ups in Aladdin for the SNES.
Yeah.
Genesis.
Yeah.
They look like they didn't update their textures from the original cut of the game.
Go ask your parents to enter the identification code if you want to be able to see this picture.
It's just blurred out.
That was one of the new features of Final Mix. You know, I've been playing a lot of.
It's that one picture from the Nintendo Direct of like Bowser covering Baby Bowser's eyes, but it's Genie covering Sora's eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a cough. Just can't get rid of it.
Bowser Jr.
I just won't go away.
I think you said
Thank you, Nick.
Babby
You're
Bowser.
doing the Lord's work.
I really like using summons now, I guess. I guess
yeah,
I'm a summoner now?
apparently you're well, Trey, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you know what that means. That's
You
it.
guys
We're
gotta
all
stay away
gonna
from
have
me.
to leave. Yeah, we've gotta stay away from the summoner.
Yeah.
Stay away from the summoner.
I know what happened. I got
Is
lost.
that from one of those RTS games you heathens play?
No, it's
Ooh.
from Final Fantasy X. Also, speaking
although-
of, how did that line achieve cult status? Like, it's not even. Like, it's just a minor line that an NPC at a
magic.
party says when you, like, try to walk past her. Like, why is that a line that everybody remembers?
I don't know.
I don't know if
Is the
Trey's gonna
summon-
go and get it, but I'm pretty sure that if you jump off the edge and you fly under that block that just moved, there's like a passageway to a room with some treasure in it.
Oh yeah.
Was it the room that we saw at the beginning of our trek through Hollow Bastion? that I couldn't
It's
get
part
to?
of that big central room with all the wires and little
Yeah.
platforms you have to lower.
part of the silly gondola system that they have that the game makes you watch every time you take.
Well, Trey, this is Final Mix. Surely you can skip that cutscene.
Nope, couldn't do it.
Only
to
the
watch it.
story relevant ones.
Oh yeah, so the wizard enemies, they float, they teleport, and they heal if you hit them with magic. So you just gotta wait for them to get close.
Can game
And they become
designers just
invincible
not
when they
make
use lightning.
enemies that just disappear and waste your time?
It's necessary.
Like it's
required.
one thing for a boss to do stuff like that, but when it's a regular enemy and you're just trying to get through the game, it's like,
Yeah.
come on. I have to fight a million of these guys. Why is this one like taking up so
See,
much time?
Just
It's
kill them
padding.
first to keep it interesting, because then you have to avoid all the other enemies.
Tap, tap, tap. Oh, hey, I got a Mega Elixir back. That's nice. You use a Mega Potion, get back an Elixir.
What did that do?
Yeah, that's not very clear.
It changed the direction
it
of
span a
the
thing.
gondolas.
It made the thing go spin. Made it go krr.
What am I doing? Where am I going?
Home.
There we go.
Going to find Maleficent somewhere.
I was supposed to be going this way the whole time.
Yeah,
I went
you were
in this
just
room.
in this room and then you immediately turned around.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Maleficent. Okay, so if Elmer Fudd smoked just a little bit of weed, he would be Seth Rogen.
God, he was on this. You know, not to disparage the man, but I'm not super familiar with Seth Rogen's films, or I guess whatever it is he's best known for. But my folks were watching this like food documentary like a month or so
was
ago,
it?
and he was on that, and he was like laughing constantly. And I was like, oh my god, he really does laugh like that.
Was it the
Just as the
Jon
legends
Favreau?
foretold.
Was it that Jon Favreau picture, or not picture? That did Jon Favreau make a document? I feel like he did.
It's like a series where they highlight different. Like I think each one is themed to a different kind of cuisine, and they show like different, like noteworthy places around the world that serve
feel
it.
like
Anyway, Maleficent.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this fight's actually kind of fun, but she's already like completely wasted my teammates. What you're supposed to do, because she summons only large boy enemies, you're supposed to use gravity on them, and then you'll learn that gravity will bring her platform down, so you can actually strike her for long enough to where she doesn't like strike you with magic.
I don't know what Maleficent was doing over there, but it's looking pretty apocalyptic.
Yeah. But I figure out the mechanic of the fight after I'm like, she keeps summoning big boys.
Oh yeah, I forget. In this game, does she call upon all the powers of hell, like she does in the
no,
movie?
you're thinking of the film. You're
Yeah,
thinking of the motion picture.
I'm pretty sure in like Birth by Sleep or something she says that line.
That's kind of awesome. So does she going like on her own quest to gain power? Like she has her own game. Like she's got a Keyblade, she just doesn't show it. That's what's inside those robes.
She has her
Her
own
Keyblade is
movie.
Riku.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
he
can
certainly is a tool.
This is true.
Hey,
You're not wrong.
how
Talking
convenient
about
are those dark
Riku or
balls?
Billy Zane?
Oh hi Donald, nice of you to join us. We're fighting Maleficent.
So like gravity is supposed to do like percentage damage, but for some reason on this platform it just takes all of its HP away.
Yeah, well, because it's
Good for your
floating.
purposes.
I
Also,
wonder if it's one of those things where like we gave a platform HP, but really it's just 1 HP.
so am I misremembering, or if you cast gravity on a floating enemy, does it not center the circle at like a certain distance from the bottom of their model, and so it's just like a sphere in the sky?
Oh no, she almost did the Ursula laugh.
It's not the same actress, is it?
No, it's not.
Although that would be kind of
Hell,
awesome.
the voice of Maleficent from the movie is probably long deceased when this came out.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
And they got a pretty good sound alike.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, the one in this is
She's-
a lot more like hammy, I think.
You know what's crazy is she says more lines in this game series than she ever does in her own movie.
Well, yeah, in the movie she
Well,
doesn't need
no.
to say more lines. She just
No, Trey. In her own movie, she talks constantly. In the
yeah.
movie where she was the villain, she had...
In the one where AJ played her.
Good old
And-
AJ Mashaka. No.
Sleeping Beauty is not the most exciting movie in the world, as the title might lead you to believe, but like, damn, is it pretty to look at.
Oh yeah. I need more movies in that similar art style.
And at least design-wise, like for the leader of like the Disney villain brigade, they couldn't have picked a better design than Maleficent.
This is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
She is the only Disney villain other than James Woods who has all the powers of hell at her disposal.
James Woods
That's
is the
true.
powers of hell itself.
Yeah. She just like picks Hades up and uses him like a blowtorch. See? I got the powers of hell. Told you.
Who needs meteors when you got Hades?
Oh yes, Hades Comet.
It's so funny, like we're here in Maleficent's stronghold, like taking her on, and Hades is just like still chilling in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Not a care in the
real-
world. And you
We'll
can
get to
leave him
him.
there and finish the game, and it affects nothing.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the only people in her squad that you don't actually have to fight.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's been a while since I fought Hades in the Colosseum. Is he hard?
No.
Will we find out?
Yeah.
He's another one of those like padding bosses where the fight's a lot longer than it has to be just due to the mechanics.
Sure.
Because there's
So-
parts where he just kind of goes into a mode where yeah you can hit him, but he's doing like constant damage. So it would be silly to like try and hit him.
Okay. See, the
gonna
problem
lie.
I'm having right now, like trying to remember Hades, is I can't tell if I'm conflating my experience of fighting him in the Hades Cup with watching Dan try to fight him in Chain of Memories.
I was gonna say where he is hard is
Where
in
he
Chain
and
of
every
Memories.
fight is horrendous because the
Hey,
game
game's
just
not
doesn't
that
function
bad.
very well.
I hope your deck's stacked.
And because I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, if you know what cards to use, like it's really easy. It's like, yes, I know. But if you're trying to play the game like you would any other and not cheese it, it's really annoying.
It's not the kind of game that you can just like hit X to win, is it?
Well,
You
I mean,
have to
neither is
strategize.
this, but like, I don't know. I've said it before. I can't remember if I've said it during this playthrough, but I think Chain of Memories, and I guess, you know, the Game Boy Advance version is a more fun experience from what I've played, purely for the fact that you don't have to worry about controlling the camera while you play.
Yeah.
Y'all have
Yeah, that's part of
complained
it.
about this extensively is the word I was looking for. Apologies, audience. I am, in fact, dying in a 90-degree house still.
He still doesn't have AC.
Just pretend we recorded all these on the same night. It's fine.
I don't know. I never found the camera controls in Recom to be all that.
I mean, the camera controls on their own aren't bad. It's just having to
It's the fact that
wrangle
it's
the
even
camera
a thing.
while also looking through a deck and like strategizing.
Wait, you actually
with...
looked at your deck to strategize?
Did we
Yeah.
play the same game, Nick?
Dog, you don't have to look at that shit. You just gotta glance at it. No looking involved.
Maybe it's a good thing I'm blissfully unaware of that game.
Hey, you own it. It's the next
I sure
Kingdom
do.
Hearts game in the chronology.
That's true.
It's true. Well,
I would have absolutely
Let
no
me map
qualms
that
with
out.
skipping over Chain of
I
Memories.
wonder-
Me
I
either.
do a playthrough of the original Chain of Memories, but like,
I do
I don't
own that somewhere. I don't have a GameCube recorder at the moment. Game Boy recorder.
it's such a bummer that they didn't put the GBA version on the 1.5 collection.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying instead, like in addition to the
It's like-
the PS2
Well,
version, because
I
like.
mean, when it comes to porting mobile games, they couldn't be bothered to do 358 over 2, which is actually a really, genuinely, very, very fun game. So,
Well, and it's more what gets me is like it's more of a Kingdom Hearts game than Chain of Memories is, but like
I
because
suppose.
that one had like all KH1 assets, they were like, oh, that would be easier to put on the collection, so let's just do that.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened with Recoded on 2.5.
well, I mean, Coded was like a mobile game, though, so it's not like...
Well, no, I mean in that they only adapted the cutscenes.
Oh,
Recoded was like a DS game
Yes.
that I think had
That's the
similar
one.
gameplay to 358 over 2 days.
That's
358
the one you-
days over 2.
Yep, there you go.
Well, it
Isn't-
depends on who you ask.
If you ask the guy who named it, he'll say 358 days over 2.
If you
Isn't
ask
Re-
the official collection, it'll say 358 over 2 days.
Lord.
It's just weird.
It's like a
just
secret
confusing all
password.
around.
It's like a secret
Yeah.
password to prove whether you're a real Kingdom Hearts fan or not. Like they have it written out incorrectly in the official game.
It's just to test the true fans.
God,
Well, you see,
what a
because
series.
its name is 358 days, which is 1 week short of a full year, which is the amount of time Roxas existed before his
Nick,
memory
I
was
understand
wiped.
the title.
I'm telling the audience over 2 stories: the stories of Roxas and
Nick, you've explained this before. I get it. It makes sense.
We've also made this joke before.
yeah.
Doesn't make it any less.
I can't
We get
not
it. You
make
wanted
the
an
joke.
opportunity to make the joke again.
Look, I had to. Okay. All right. See you next time.
We'll find out her name in episode 37.
We definitely
We'll see you all
won't.
then.
Goodbye.